leg position. Close your eyes, and even before you kind of settle into your breath, just roll your shoulders out a few times. Just feel like you pick them up, lift them up to your ears, and then just kind of place them back down behind you. So you get a sense of connecting to the upper back, and then just place your hands either palms up or palms down on the thighs. Close your eyes. Start to slow your breaths down. Really notice them. It takes just one deep breath to completely shift energy in your body. Which is a pretty cool kind of thing to think about. As you take these slow, deep breaths, I want you to feel into your body, and almost like you've got a scanner. You just scan around your body and just notice what is kind of making a little bit of noise. What area of your body is something that you're feeling this morning? And this may be an injury. It may be a tightness. It may be something which feels a little stuck as you sit here in cross-legged. Maybe what's drawing your attention is an area that feels like you can't really connect to it. Choose a spot. Choose a spot on your body which feels like it could do with your attention. We're going to keep coming back to this spot as we practice. This is a really nice way to work. It's kind of activating your mindfulness. And it's not really important where the spot is or what, how serious the energy from it is coming out. That's not it. It's just choosing somewhere to bring your attention to. If nothing comes to mind, heart center, always a good one. If the area that you have landed on is accessible for you to put a hand on, place your hand on the area now. Keep your eyes closed. Consciously, actively breathe where your spot is. Maybe it's where your hand is as well. Feel for kind of flooding the area with your breath and attention. No rush, nothing to achieve, just breathing. Sometimes just the very act of paying this level of attention to an area of your body has a really significant knock-on effect. Take one more huge breath wherever your area might be and feel like you fill it up. And as you exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out. Maybe you get a release. Maybe you get a sense of softness around the spot. Maybe you don't. If your hand was there, gently move it away and then open your eyes and come back to the room. Let's start this morning in Baddha Konasana and do a little sparkling up breath activity. We'll do Kapalabhati. So bring the soles of your feet together, away from the crotch probably, so it's not too intense on the hips first thing. Take your fingertips and bring them behind the body. So I want you to press your fingertips into the floor and pull your shoulder blades together so your chest lifts up. If you could see yourself from side on, you're very much here rather than kind of, I don't know, something different, right? Pushing the chest forward and up. Take a really big breath in through the nose. Exhale everything out through the mouth. Just kind of clear the decks. Now take an inhale halfway through the nostrils. Begin to pump air out of the nostrils, and as you do this, forcefully retract the belly. Looks like this. So short, sharp exhales through the nose, flapping the belly in as you do it. The speed at which you work with this is completely personal. Keep pressing your elbows together and lifting the chest. Tuck chin slightly towards the sternum. Just close your eyes, and for the last 10 pumps, try to focus your attention on that diaphragm area. Take a really big breath in. And a really big breath out. As you do the breath out, move your hands forward. Either grab the ankles or place fingertips on the floor. Do a forward fold here. Just stay moving forwards with a long back. Keep allowing a little softness now to come through the belly. Reaching through the crown of the head every time you inhale, but as you exhale, just feel for dragging your belly button forwards and away from the pubic bone. Soften the jaw, soften the shoulders, just let it all go. Side out. Then take a slow inhale, press yourself back up. Hands to outside edge of thighs, draw your knees together. Extend your right leg out to the side and have your left heel tucked in towards the groin. Place right hand to inner edge of extended leg. Let's do a neck release. Float your left hand about a foot off the floor. Take an inhale, lift the head of the shoulder, and then press down through the middle fingers as you draw the arm away and lean your head opposite direction. To support yourself as you kind of open out the neck, you need a little bit of rooting down through sit bones, edges of feet pressed to mat. Where's your neck stretch get a little more kind of intense? Maybe if you roll the head back, feel like the back of the skull is weighted. Open the mouth, separate the jaw. Push again down through those middle left fingers. Change the arm, chest opener. Bring the left arm straight up. Put a little bend in the elbow, and then here are your options. You draw the arm back, but possibly you notice that if the arm is a little bit more level with the shoulder and you go back, you feel, and this is what it is, it's a chest opener, you feel that a little more. Still got softness in the neck, head is lolling towards right shoulder. Take a really expansive breath and feel like you open out the muscle here, the pec muscle, lying across the top of your left chest area. And then very gently come into a half bind. Take this arm behind you, slide your fingertips into the waistband of your legging or shorts, or maybe your hand hooks around into hip. Open your breath. Here it is. It's a little bit more now, right? Pressing into the top of the shoulder. As you exhale, slide the wingtip of your left shoulder blade down towards the middle of the back. So there's no hunching up. How long can you make your breath through the front line of the body? Take an inhale, lift the belly button away from the pubic bone. And as you exhale, almost feel like you lean back into your left forearm. On your next inhale, release this off. Gently lift your own head up. Don't rush that bit. Swap sides with the legs. Extend your left leg out, right heel to groin. Let's do a neck release. Hover right hand, inhale, shoulder rolls. Press it away. So there's a real movement of shoulder down as you lean the head. Notice if you're hanging forwards and very much press yourself open. In a way, the hand that's on the inner edge of the extended leg can brace against it to puff your chest open. Right fingertips press away, jaw is relaxed. Chest opener, inhale, reach the right arm to ceiling, spread the fingers, little bend in the elbow. Hand draws back behind the line of the body. Maybe it's more effective with a lower arm. Have a feel around. And while we're having a feel around, take a breath right now through your spot, wherever it is. It might be nothing to do with your right shoulder. It might be your hip, low back. Bring it back into your peripheral vision of attention. Half bind, slide the right hand behind you. Grab hold of the waistband of leggings or place hand on hip. Take a breath in. Lift some space into the solar plexus. Exhale, slide right shoulder blade down the back body. Head is soft and relaxed. Both feet are active. Press backs of the legs to the mat. Do release your jaw. Catch yourself. Gripping your teeth. Come out of this really slowly, inhaling, gently lift your own head up. Let's come down to lie on the mat. We're going to do an abdominal kind of section. You'll need either a cork block or a proper yoga roll to stick between your inner thighs. Make sure that the prop is near down by the pubic bone. Take both legs straight up to ceiling. Your hamstrings are tight, completely okay to have a little softness in the backs of the knees. Interlace your hands behind the base of the head. Let's do two-part twisting abs. Take a really big breath in, lift head and shoulders off the floor. Elbows point to ceiling. Hold the breath. Squeeze the prop between your inner thighs, and as you exhale, reach both elbows towards the left thigh. Curl the tailbone, feet go straight up to ceiling, pull belly down. Inhale back to center, full breath. Hold the breath, squeeze the prop, internally rotating thighs. Exhale, elbows to right thigh. Lift right shoulder blade up, squeeze your feet to ceiling, curling tailbone, pull belly down. Inhale back to center, full breath, side ribs expand. Hold the breath, squeeze the prop. Exhale, elbows to left thigh, curl tailbone, directly up to ceiling, press down through the low abdominals. Don't yank on your neck. Inhale back to center, full breath. Hold the breath, squeeze the prop. Exhale, elbows to right thigh. Reach up through the balls of the feet, curling your tailbone. Lift a little more through the triceps, belly draws downwards. Inhale back to center, full breath. Hold the breath, squeeze prop. Just look for your knees slightly turning inwards. Exhale, elbows reach to left thigh. Curl tailbone, gently lifting up. Tiny move, pull belly down. Inhale back to center, full breath. Hold the breath, squeeze prop. Exhale, elbows reach to right thigh. Tailbone lifts just a little bit. Re-wrap both elbows up to ceiling, pull belly downwards. Inhale back to center. Last round, big breath. Hold the breath, squeeze the prop. Really feel the inner thighs beginning to maybe shake. Exhale, elbows reach to left thigh, curl tailbone up. Re-wrap, shoulder blades lift a little higher, pull belly down. Stick your tongue out of your mouth. Inhale back to center, full breath. Hold the breath, squeeze prop, internally rotating thighs. Exhale, elbows reach to right thigh. Tailbone curls, wrap again through tips of elbows, pull down through the low belly. Inhale, everything releases, feet come down, head and shoulders come down. Move the prop to one side. Tuck your feet up to your butt, stroke backs of heels, arms to side of body. Inhale for bridge pose. Push through your active feet. Tuck tailbone as you exhale, lift your hips up. Feel for pressing through all four corners of the feet and lifting space through the front of the body. Just for a moment, maybe even take your hands, place them on your side ribs. I want you to feel your ribs open up as you take an inhale. It's kind of telescoping of ribs, a real side body, barrel-like expansion. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Imagine you've still got a prop there. Let's do some glute dips. Move hands away from the side ribs. Listen up. Put a lot of weight through the right foot. Pick up your left leg and hook it on top of your right leg, like you're casually sitting cross-legged. Keep your butt up. Take an inhale. Listen. Lift the hips 1 centimeter higher. As you exhale, lower the bottom to hover just above the floor. Keep doing this. Inhale, lift hips, squeeze through the underside of right glute. Exhale, lower down, come to hover. Inhale, press up, driving through the right foot, squeezing right buttock, hamstring. Exhale, lower down. 2 more. Inhale, press up, pressing through front of right quad, squeeze the glute. Exhale, lower down. Last one. Inhale, drive through the foot, squeeze the glute, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Unhook your left foot, place it back to mat. Press both hips upwards, come back into normal bridge. Ooh, it feels nice, normal bridge. It feels very manageable. Drive weight through the left foot, pick up your right leg, pick it on top of your left thigh. Keep drilling through the left leg. Take an inhale, lift your hip 1 centimeter higher. Exhale, lower the butt just to hovering above the floor. Keep with this. Inhale, press up. Squeeze left glute, drive through the left foot. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up, drill through the foot, squeeze underside of buttock a lot. Exhale, lower down. 2 more to go. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up, really drill through, squeeze sit bone to hamstring. And then as you exhale, lower down, unhook the right foot. Just take a breath. Inhale, both hips lift. Tuck your tailbone fiercely as you exhale, lower top back, mid back, low back, all the way to the floor. Move your feet as wide as the edge of the mat. Rock your knees in towards each other so they're resting in a little triangular shape. Put your hands on your low belly. Close your eyes. Take a really deep breath into your spot that you started off with at the beginning of class, wherever it is. What does it feel like right now? Very gently roll onto one side, come up to seated. Let's come onto all fours. Tabletop position, hands stacked directly under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's just do a little wrist stretch here. Pick up each wrist individually and turn your fingers so they point towards your knees. Can't quite see, I'm off screen. There we go. And the other hand does the same. So you've got this weird thing where your fingers are pointing towards your knees and you can see the inner edge of your wrist. Take a really big breath. As you inhale, draw your butt back and feel for pressing heels of hands. And they lift off the mat, that's okay. Got the breath wrong actually, take an exhale. Now as you inhale, draw back forwards. Maybe slightly overshooting the wrists. Exhale, butt goes back. Roll onto the kind of the tops of the fingers, but keep pressing the heel of your hand away. Getting a stretch through the inner line of the wrist. Last one, inhale, come forwards. Exhale, rock back, press the wrists forwards. Keep feeling where you're getting into the tightness around those hands. Come all the way back, rotate hands back to center. Take an inhale, lower the belly. Stick your butt out behind you, flare your collarbones forward. As you exhale, press up through the mid, lower, upper back, doming out. Tuck chin, tuck tailbone. Cat-cow tilts, do 2 more. Inhale, lower down. Lift the chest, stick your butt out behind you. Feel for dipping the belly. Exhale, reverse it out. Engage your core, suck it up. Feel for pressing the belly button through to the ceiling. Undulating through the spine, bringing a bit of lubrication into back and front body. Inhale, lower down. It's a big breath. Don't lose the breath. Exhale, roll it out. Come back to neutral, place forearms on the mat. Grab your block, actually. Let's put the block back between the inner thighs. Dolphin. Forearms down. Grab a handful of the top of your bicep and then pivot on your elbow tips, placing your hands back to the mat. You have the option to interlace hands if you want a little more stability. Otherwise, palms are spread wide. Take a breath in. Feel this wrapping of shoulders, right? As you inhale, press your breath into your upper back. Turn your pecs on slightly. Shake the head out, curl the toes. As you exhale, straighten your legs. When you get up, tighten your dolphin a bit. Maybe walk the feet in a couple of centimeters. Keep squeezing the block and lifting your sit bones directly up to the ceiling. Shake out the head, yes, no. Feel for energetically squeezing your elbows towards each other, even though they're not moving at all, right? A sense of wrapping shoulder blades around the side ribs. Look at your feet, press through them more. You know, we take for granted that just because you're resting on your feet, they're active. That doesn't necessarily mean that's the case. Make them active. How connected are you to your hands and fingers? You notice where they are in space. 3 more breaths. Feel for engaging a little more squeeze onto the prop. Release the jaw. Give yourself a soft lion's breath out. Last breath. Knees come down. You've still got the prop between your inner thighs. Come up to kneeling with the prop there, right? That looks a little bit rude. Let's do kneeling camel. Take a back traction, thumbs, move on to sacrum, little bony triangular area, push down with the thumbs, fingertips spread across the hips. Take a really big breath in. I want you to lift your low ribs up away from the hips. Squeeze the prop, tucking the tailbone. As you exhale, feel like you shuffle back your shoulders like you're about to do some limbo dancing. Upper back softens. You have options. The head can hang if you don't like this and it's not good for you. Chin dips to chest, but your shoulders still draw back. Squeeze the prop. It's really useful. Tuck tailbone again. Feel your inner thighs support you as you inhale a little more length into the front belly. And as you exhale, just feel for leaning over a high back chair. Just let it all hang out a bit. Inhale slowly, draw yourself back up to straight. Remove the prop from between the legs, down dog. Hands spread wide on the mat, curl toes, step back. Take an inhale in down dog, one-legged. Stick your left foot straight up to ceiling, pressing through the right foot on the mat. Reach away with the left leg. Feel for extending upwards towards the ceiling. Exhale, you're going to draw your left knee towards your right elbow, hinging into high plank. There's a little twist here. As you pull the knee towards the right elbow, obliques turn on. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, left knee to right tricep elbow. Tuck it underneath you. You've hinged into high plank. Squeeze your belly up. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, knee, left knee to right elbow. Squeeze up through the edge of your waistline and then release. Left leg goes up. Exhale, left leg floats back down. You're still in down dog. Re-wrap your shoulders. Engage core. Inhale, right leg raises. Spread the toes. Shake out the head. As you exhale, right knee to left elbow, twisting the torso. Press your left knee upwards. Belly engages. Inhale, right leg extends back into one-legged down dog. Exhale, knee across the underside of body. Hinge into high plank, lift up. Inhale, right leg raises. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, squeeze belly upwards. Inhale, right leg raises. Exhale, right leg lowers back. You're in down dog. Start to walk your feet towards your hands. Come to a deep forward fold, Uttanasana, ragdoll. Soften the knees, let the belly lengthen itself and then drape across the thighs. You can have knees soft, no problem, right? Shake the head out. Grab opposite hand to opposite elbow, immediately swap. Little sway side to side. Let it all hang out a little bit. Soften the back edge of the neck and the skull. Soften the space between your eyebrows on your forehead. Take a breath in your spot. What is going on with your spot? As you hang in your forward fold and just kind of soften around the jawline. Side out. Arms release. Knees bend a lot. Come up to standing with a relaxed neck. Sun salutations. Come and stand at the front of your mat. Do have a block and maybe a strap handy. And then if you need a little bit of extra padding for knees, you can grab that. Stand in Tadasana, mountain pose, and find your luscious, deep breath. Ujjayi breath. Victorious breath. Put a little tone into it. Take an inhale, reach the arms straight up to ceiling. As you exhale, forward fold, hang down. Left leg lunges behind you, comes to the mat. Take a breath in, lift up out of yourself. Exhale, hands come down, step back into plank. Inhale, belly scoops, tailbone tucks. Exhale, knees lower, chest lowers. Can you feel the control as you come through modified Chaturanga? Low Cobra, hands deliberately forwards of shoulders. As you inhale, lift your chest through the arms. Exhale, keep lengthening, down dog, reset. Left leg lunges forward, right knee comes to the mat. Take an expansive breath in, rising up through the fingertips. Exhale, hands come down, float to forward fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go again, right side. Inhale, extend length. Exhale, forward fold. Put some softness in the knees. Right leg steps back, low lunge. Right knee comes down. Inhale. Can you feel the top of your right foot and shin press downwards as you lift up? Plank, hands down, step back. Look at your hands, spread the fingers wider. Take an inhale, scoop belly. Exhale, knees lower, chest lowers. Do it so slowly you notice what you've got to engage as you do this. Inhale, low cobra. Feel for squeezing your inner thighs together as you lengthen your chest forwards and up. Keep lengthening on the way down. It's like you pull a little more space into the belly. Hands reset, down dog, exhale. Right leg lunges forward, left knee down. Inhale, top of left shin, foot presses to mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, extend your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg steps behind you, knee to mat. Take a breath in, extend your arms for low lunge. Pause here, sink a little deeper through the front left hip. Squeeze and tuck under through the left glute. Let's actually take those fingers back to a back traction. So push your thumbs down, encouraging a little kind of tuck rather than hyperextending. Not nice for low back. Tuck under. It's like pulling the pubic bone to belly button. If you're very upright, work still, right? Tuck. See where you get to through this front hip. Take an inhale, lift the low ribs away from the hips. And then maybe there's this little shuffle back. Head hangs, chin tucks to chest. What are you doing with that spread across your heart center? Take a breath into it. Release, hands float to frame right foot, plank, step back. Inhale, lift the belly, tuck your tailbone. Exhale, knees lower, chest lowers. Come down with a long straight back. Inhale, low cobra, hands forward of shoulders. Lift yourself up, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, length, reset, down dog. Left leg forwards for lunge, right knee comes to the mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Play around with your tuck, get connected to your right glute. Maybe you sink a little deeper. This is where your body's at, right? That's not the pose, it's what you feel. Hands to sacrum, push downwards, a little more tuck. Inhale, telescope ribs. Ooh, they lift up. You get this space in the front of the body and you come into a mini upper back bend. No neck. If you don't want the neck hanging, work with that. Do breathe expansively into front of chest. That feels good. Hands frame the left foot, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, right side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold, hang down. Right leg lunges back, knee to mat. Take a breath in here, feel for lifting up out of yourself. Pausing in your low lunge, wrap your shoulders. Maybe you get a little deeper. Let's do half brain cradle. Take the left hand to the left thigh, press it forwards and away. So it's like you pull a fleshy part of the thigh out of the hip. Right hand reaches up. Place this hand behind the base of the skull, wrap your elbow in. As you take a breath, lift up through the armpit. And then just let the whole weight of your head be cradled in your right hand as you lean it back. Separate your teeth, maybe even open the mouth side out. Feeling a stretch pretty much from right hip to right armpit. Inhale, head comes back, hands to mat, plank, step back. Take a breath in plank, lift the belly, tuck your tailbone. As you exhale, knees lower, chest lowers, come all the way down. 3 low cobras. Take your hands forward of shoulders. Just before we do anything, can you feel your toes touching the mat, top of the toes? Make that connection stick. Take an inhale, pull energetically, heels of hands towards you as you lift your chest. Squeeze shoulder blades together, open yourself up. Exhale, almost as important, drag length through the front of the body, come back down. 2 more, inhale, lift the chest, squeeze shoulder blades together. Feel like you pull your ribs through the arms. As you exhale, feel for lengthening the front of your body further along the mat. Last one, inhale. Shoulder blades draw back, shoulders squeeze together. Lift the chest, tops of feet press to mat. As you exhale, lengthen the belly, drag yourself forwards. Hands under shoulders, curl toes, down dog. Right leg, low lunge, steps to front of mat, left knee down. Inhale, arms extend. Half brain cradle, right hand tractions right thigh away. Left hand cradles the back of the head. Wrap your elbow in, get a sense of opening the tricep. Inhale, lengthen up through the left side ribs. As you exhale, let the head go. In the midst of your deep brain cradle, with your breath smooth and steady, take a breath into your spot, wherever it is. Give it the full attention of your mind's eye and your next breath. Release upwards, hands float to frame right foot, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Chair pose, inhale, butt low. Exhale, forward fold, hang down, softness in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, shins and hands connect, lengthen the back body. Hands to mat, step or hop into plank. Take a breath in plank. I really want you to feel this plank. If you are sagging down, if you're dipping into low back, drill the belly button through, flatten your sacrum. Push the floor away, feel your armpits engage. Hold it here, 2 more breaths. Shake out the head. Core is really knitted up. As you exhale, knees lower, chest lowers, don't rush this. Bend the elbows, graze your biceps to ribs. Come down with a long back. Inhale, low cobra, we're pros now. Squeeze inner thighs together, lift your chest. Exhale, draw forwards, reset, down dog. Step your left foot to front of mat for warrior 2. Front foot straight, back foot 90 degrees. Sink through the front left thigh. Let's do reverse warrior. Take an inhale, right arm reaches, floats to back right thigh. When you do this, start to feel like you could press your left thigh further forwards and out of the hip. And then we're going to take an inhale and reach the left arm up. It's like a side bend across your own body. So these left side ribs, maybe you can put your right hand on them a moment. Take an inhale. Feel for lifting them up and away from the hip as you deepen the left knee bend. Let's do a little flow here. Take an inhale, reach the left fingertips further to the right. As you exhale, cartwheel your left arm, elbow to land on your left thigh and reach the right arm up, extended warrior variation. Reverse it out, inhale. There's this kind of cartwheeling effect. You're going to kind of move your arms one way and the other. Exhale, draw your left elbow down, reach the right arm across. Inhale, right arm leads, it floats your whole torso into reverse warrior. Left knee is still deeply bent. Exhale, left arm connects with left thigh, reach the right arm above you. Pause. When you get into extended warrior, just pause a moment and feel for lifting space into right side ribs. Let the head go. Release the hands down, frame the left foot, step back into plank, take a breath. Scoop the belly, tuck the tailbone. As you exhale, knees lower, chest lowers. Come all the way down. Sphinx pose. Bring your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. So you tip the camera down a bit, so you look like a little Egyptian sphinx. Elbows stacked under shoulders, forearms straight on the mat. Feel for lengthening each leg away. So I want you to notice, especially if you're low back tweaky, that you need to support yourself here by, guess what? Tucking your tailbone underneath you, pulling pubic bone to belly button. Get that in place, then take an inhale and lift your chest, feeling like you push your collarbones through the arms. So there's a subtle drawing down of shoulder blades, squeezing together. It's like you're dragging your forearms back towards the waist, but they're not really moving. Feel a lengthening through the belly, the front of the body. And then slowly lower down, hands under shoulders, down dog. Step your right foot to front of mat for reverse warrior. Warrior 2 foot position. Front foot straight, back foot 90 degrees. Sink deeply into the right thigh. Inhale, left arm kind of flies itself towards the back left thigh. Re-deepen the right knee. Your right arm reaches up and across. Wrap the top shoulder. Just stay here for a moment. Let the head soften. Maybe take your left hand to the right ribs and feel for lifting a little more space. The flow in and out of extended warrior variation. Take an inhale to begin with. Reach through the right fingertips into your reverse. Exhale. Start with the right arm. It floats to right knee. Reach the left arm up above you. That's all one long exhale. Inhale. Left arm leads. You cartwheel back right arm across. Reverse. That's all one long inhale. Exhale. All the way back. Feel the flow of your breath matching the movement. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended warrior with arm reaching. Last one. Inhale, reverse. Press through the right thigh, knee, foot, the whole caboodle. Exhale, float down. Left arm reaches. You're an extended warrior. Just take a breath here. Feeling literally like you've pulled yourself in length from left fingertip to left heel. Hand floats down, step back into down dog. Take a breath in down dog, lift your sit bones. Turbo dog an option. Bend your elbows now in down dog. Feel as if they hover just above the floor. Wrap your elbows in towards each other and shake out the head, yes, no. Shoulder blades kind of liven up, wrapping around the side ribs. Arms straighten. Step your left foot to front of mat for warrior one, lance dodger. Front foot straight, back foot 45 degrees. Inhale, arms reach up. You might need to take your hands onto your hips, which might have splayed to the side, and pull them forwards. There is a deep tuck through the right glute as you press the right hip forwards. Take your left hand and make a fist. Take your fist and bring it behind you in a half bind and stick your fist on the haunch of your right buttock and push down to encourage tuck. Inhale, right arm reaches all the way up. Pause when you get to straight. Take another breath. I want you to lift your right ribs really high up. And then as you exhale, lean back into an upper back bend. Same thing with the neck, head, chin dips, chin hangs, whatever feels good. Breathe into the front of your body. Keep pushing your right butt cheek down with your left fist. Let it all hang out a little bit, don't overthink it. Inhale, float all the way back. Bring now your right knee down to the mat for lunge heel to butt. Walk your left foot a little further forwards. Start to feel what's available. Left hand, tractions left thigh. You might also want to put your elbow on it. Depends on how you feel. Right arm reaches behind you. Grab the top of your right foot. This is where you might need a strap. Loop a strap around the foot if you're not getting close enough. It's okay. Pull your heel towards your buttock. Thigh stretch, right? Hip stretch. Try to avoid being right on the tip of your knee joint. Feel like you pull the fleshy part of the thigh across the knee and you're more on the top of the knee, above it. Shoulder opens. Draw the right shoulder back. Press your chest forwards. Look up. Don't look down. Maybe you've got your elbow tractioning that left thigh forwards. Keep pressing your right heel to buttock. Release out of it. Hands come down to the mat. Step back into plank. Take a breath. Lift your belly. Tuck your tailbone. Lower your knees so they hover about 2 centimeters off the floor. You're still in plank. In order to contain your plank, you need to scoop your belly upwards and push into your armpits. Hold it here, 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale, knees lower, tops of feet flat to mat, chest lowers, modified Chaturanga. Inhale, Low Cobra, lift and lengthen. Exhale, down dog. Right foot steps to front of mat, warrior 1, lance dodger. Back foot 45 degrees, inhale all the way up. Hips are square, deep right knee bend, right? Front of left thigh presses forwards. Engage left glute. Take your right hand, make a fist. Take it behind you and push it down on the haunch of your left butt cheek. Inhale, left arm floats up. When you get to straight, take another breath. Lift space through the side ribs. And as you exhale, you draw the arm behind the line of the body. Feel like you let go a little bit in the upper back. Chin can stay tucked. Feel for reaching the left arm behind you. It doesn't work unless you're breathing. Take a long inhale. Lift both ribs, low ribs, away from the belly button. When you get the length, you can exhale and let it go a little bit. Inhale, come all the way back. Slowly float left knee down. Give it some additional padding if you need. Walk right foot a tiny bit further forwards. Hand tractions the thigh. Maybe you press your elbow onto it. Left hand grabs left left foot. Use a strap if you need. Notice if you're curling in on yourself, you've got to get this length right. Pull up and out of yourself. Left heel to buttock, press the right thigh away. Look forwards. Feel for opening the left shoulder as you pull the heel towards the buttock. Chest opens. Can you take a breath into your spot? Man, it's a hard one, right? There's a lot going on. Change your attention. Distract yourself from your front of left thigh stretch, quad stretch. Release, left foot releases, hands to mat, step back into down dog. Take a breath. Wrap shoulders, turbo dog an option, bend the elbows, feel like you lift the butt a little higher. Shake out the head. Step your left foot now to front of mat, warrior 1, brain cradle. Back foot 45 degrees, front foot straight. Hips still back, squared. Both arms come up this time. Make a little interlace, a little basket. And then bring your arms up above you and place them behind the base of the head. And feel for taking a breath. You need the length, right? So first of all, pull your elbows in. Take an inhale like you lift your triceps, elbow tips up to ceiling. As you exhale, just let the head feel weighty in your clasped hands as you drive your right glute underneath you and press to the outside edge of your right foot. Without the length, everything gets stuck in the low back. Keep reaching those ribs up away from the hips. One more breath. Release, come out of this, hands float to frame the left foot, standing splits. Launch yourself with softness upwards. Take the right foot to ceiling, let the head hang down. Press into your left foot, squeeze your left glute on. Feel for firing up the back of the left leg. Spread the toes on your right foot so it comes into your consciousness and reach through the inner line of the leg. Shake out the head. If you want to play around with your balance, lift 1, maybe 2 hands off the mat. Prayer hands behind the calf an option. Ooh, let the neck go. That's the tricky bit. Fingertips back to mat, float the right foot down, land it. Step back into down dog. Take a breath. Very gently wrap shoulders. Right foot, warrior one, brain cradle, steps to front of mat. Back foot 45 degrees. Inhale, extend up. Left hip draws forward. Lift your space into your side ribs. Do an interlace of hands, opposite interlace, non-habitual. Hands behind the head. Wrap elbows. The thumbs track down the edge of the neck. Can you feel the neck? Let's make sure it's not tight. Take a breath in. You've got to lift your elbows higher. Like you separate the ribs away from each other and then you lean back. Nothing straightforward about this in terms of finding your breath. You need to focus. Notice your capacity to get out of struggle. Don't slide into struggle. Don't over effort. Slow your breath down. Feel what's allowing itself to happen. Release. Complete antidote. Float hands to frame right foot. Press through your left leg. Float it to ceiling. Let the head hang, let the jaw relax. Feel for reaching left big toe upwards as you press through your right standing leg. Balance, float, whatever you feel like doing. Maybe one hand, maybe two hands off. Back of the head softens. Flubber out the lips. That'll set your balance off. Spread the toes apart on the left foot. Hands, fingertips to mat, float the left foot down. Step back into plank, take a breath. Scoop the belly, tuck the tailbone. Really feel that tuck, feel the flattening out of your lumbar spine. Exhale, knees lower. Chest lowers, modified Chaturanga. Last time we'll do it. Inhale, Low Cobra. How different does this feel? Hands forward of shoulders. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Lift and lengthen through the front belly. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Just stay here for 3 breaths. Lifting your low ribs away from the hips. Feel for that extension right through the front belly. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Activate upper back muscles. Exhale. I want you to do this so slowly. Drag the heels of your hands. Feel like your pubic bone is pulling forwards as you press yourself downwards. Hands under shoulders, down dog. Knees come to mat. Come and lie down on your backs. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Let's do back release pose. So we did a lot of nice opening through upper back, tucking tailbone, engaging glutes to support the low back. Let's just stretch out the piriformis. Pick up your left foot, hook it on top of right knee. Before you do anything, I just want you to get a sense of your low back, your sacrum, and draw it downwards. So you pull your belly button towards the floor. There's a little bit of belly action, and you flatten your low back. Feel how pancaked it is. Take your hands, reach them through your legs, grab hold of your right thigh, draw the right thigh towards you. Keep pressing your tailbone downwards as you feel the stretch now move to outer edge of left thigh. But all the while, your sacrum is soft and flat. Just get a little bit more into this stretch. Flex the left foot and press it quite focusedly into the top of the right knee. And then press the left knee away as you draw right thigh towards you. Your neck and your shoulders are not busy. You've got to let them go. If you find when you do this pose, your head lifts off the floor, put something under your head, a low block, a pillow. Release the right thigh, both feet flat on the floor. Pick up your right foot, hook it on top of left knee, press the right knee away. Just before you do anything, breathe into your low back. Feel for pressing the belly downwards and flattening yourself. Now your hands grab the left thigh, draw it towards you. Keep maintaining that length and flatness in the low back area. Feel for pressing the right flexed foot into the top of the left knee as you activate the stretch. So it's a really conscious stretch. You're not just hanging out and drifting off. You haven't left your body, you're right on your mat. Shoulders relax. Come out of it slowly. Shavasana. Feet, legs extend. If you feel like you've kind of hyper stimulated your back, low back in particular, you might want to do Shavasana with knees bent and then rocking in together. We did that earlier. It's a really nice way to soften the low back. Legs up the wall, a good option. Otherwise, you're layering up, you're getting eye pillows, bolsters, whatever you need, a blanket. Soften your breath. Before you sink into your final resting pose, take a feeling breath into your spot. What has shifted? Maybe nothing's shifted, but maybe you are now able to breathe more mindfully with more awareness into the area. Just because your energy has shifted slightly in your body. Start to deepen your breaths. Bring some movement into fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Take arms up above you and reach them away as you point your toes in the opposite direction. Long breath into the front body. Feel a difference, right? This kind of work we've done with lifting space into the front ribs. Draw knees to chest. As you exhale, hug them in. Little roll side to side. Massage that low back. Give it a little press through the mat. Extend your right arm up above you and gently roll onto your right side. And then just pause here, lying in your fetal position, just letting the breath stay with you. So tempting to rush. What is this thing we have about rushing? And I know people have got stuff to do. I'm not saying that. It's just the way we like to get through things. Mindfulness, staying present. These things help us freeze the frame so that we can become aware of our sensations and experiences as they are. And this can happen without the distorting coloration of socially conditioned responses and habitual reactions. Very slowly press yourself up to seated. Hands into prayer at center of chest. Take a long breath in and a really full sigh out. Surrender all that no longer serves you. Let all that remains buried in your heart come to the surface and be healed. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys. Brilliant Tuesday morning class. Well done for turning